fine. Just go to the airport. Fun fact about me is my favorite vegetable is avocado. So much so that I went out and found these avocado earrings on Etsy by this plant-based company called Plant Pose. If you're also a huge avocado toast fan, you can get these at Etsy, and if you use the name Theo, you'll get a discount. Okay, no shame promotion right there. Airbnb did fund a lot of my life in Spain, and it seriously funded most of my travels while I was in Europe. But sometimes I would get less than normal people that would come to my listing because my listing was so cheap and it was in the best location. If you're new to my channel, hey, my name is Theo, and one time I had to kick out 2 of my Airbnb guests in Madrid, Spain. This is that story. Since I was living in a duplex, there were actually no doors in the apartment itself. It was split between 2 levels where you have the bottom floor, which was the kitchen, the bathroom, and the living room. And then upstairs, you just had the bedroom. And to get there was like a set of stairs, but there was no walls. So what I did was I put this curtain so it would kind of create this separation between me and the guests, but you could still hear everything, and we just pretty much had to share. But you would be surprised how many people booked my listing sharing this space with me. So I would obviously give the Airbnb, the guests, the big bed and the separate space, and then I would just sleep on the couch because I had this giant couch that could fit probably 3 people on it. And then I only listed the room maybe about 4 nights a week at the most. So I did have a lot of privacy, but you know, I wanted to travel, so I was like, I'm about to rent this out as much as possible, and that's what I did. So since it was a shared space that they had to share with me, I only listed this place for about 15 euros a night. So after the Airbnb fees, I think I made about 12 bucks a night. So for them, economically, it's really cheap. I mean, $7.50 per person a night is crazy cheap, like so cheap, especially in Madrid, Spain. So they were getting a deal, I was making money, everybody was happy. And I also felt like if it was that cheap, nobody would complain about the shared space since it was really cheap. And they also knew before they were coming it's a shared space, so they knew what they were getting into before they arrived. Okay, so I had this one time, these 2 Korean girls that came to my house, and they looked really young, like maybe 18, 19 years old. They could have been 40 years old because, you know, Asians age really well, but I think they were like 18 or 19 years old, and they were just so happy and giggly and just so excited to be in Madrid, Spain, and I was so excited to have them. When I first met them, they were just super happy and excited, but once, like, as the time went on, they didn't really talk to me and they really didn't talk to each other. They were very much on their phones and whatever. Millennials, that's just kind of how we're turning into more and more, so we don't really communicate with people, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But you know, since it is a shared space, I was just like, I don't know, everyone usually is very social, but they kind of weren't. But I wasn't offended. It was just kind of like they're more quiet, more introverted, fine. So since I lived in Asia, now looking back, I'm thinking that their English probably wasn't that great because they didn't really say that much to me. They were just always giggly and happy, and at the time I was like, oh my god, they're so cute, like, oh, I just want to like pick them up and whatever. Anyways, yeah, don't do that. So right away I noticed that they were eating my food in my fridge and just kind of around the house. Like, they didn't ask and they weren't replenishing it. And my Airbnb is like, my house is your house and everything, but you know, there's not really that much food, and this is not like a 5-star hotel. It's a $15 post, like it wasn't included. So, you know, I told them, I was just like, hey, like, you know, you feel free to eat whatever you want, but if you could like replenish it because it's not included. And they were just like, oh, hi, like really giggly, like, okay. And they just, I don't know, they just kept eating my food, and I was just like, okay, I guess they're gonna replenish it because they are still eating my food. It's not like free breakfast with your hotel stay. It's just literally you get a bed and get this host, like that's about it. And Wi-Fi. So throughout the week, I would see them go into my fridge and like look around and just be disappointed that I didn't go and buy more food, because I was kind of waiting for them to see if they were gonna replenish the things they were eating, but they didn't. But they seemed like really disappointed. Like they would open the fridge and just be like, oh. I think they were expecting a free breakfast. So then I mentioned again, I was like, hey, like in the listing, it doesn't say there's a free breakfast included. It's just the bed and the Wi-Fi. You're in a great location, whatever, whatever. And they were just like, oh yeah, like just really giggly, and they seemed fine. They seemed happy. So I was like, okay, cool. So another thing that happened was I went to the bathroom and I saw like a tampon in the toilet. Living abroad, you can't assume anything is normal anywhere else around the world. Like there's nothing that's normal anywhere. So I just figured maybe in Korea, you can flush feminine products down the toilet and it's fine, but in Madrid, like the pipes are really old, especially in my building. So I approached them and I was just like, hey, like the pipes are really old, you really can't flush feminine products. There's a trash can next to the toilet. Use the trash can, please, God, that would be awful. There's only one toilet for the whole apartment. So once again, they were just like, oh, yeah, okay. They seemed fine, they seemed happy, and they seemed like they understood what I was saying. So I was like, okay, cool. So another thing that kind of bugged me a little bit is that every time they took a shower, they would ask for a new towel, and they showered twice a day, so they went through so many towels. After like the third day, I was like, I don't have any more towels to give you because I don't have that many towels. This isn't a 5-star hotel. Like I just have a few towels and you've used all of them. Why can't you use your same towel? I don't know. I just didn't understand why they couldn't use the same towel. But anyways, and they seemed fine again. They're just like, hee, okay, yeah. And just really giggly happy. And I was like, okay, fine. It seems like they're okay. Like, cool, let's keep it moving. So this is when crap hit the fan. This was like on Sunday night. I had to work in the morning. They come into the apartment at like 12 o'clock. They just were just so loud. They turned on all the lights and they're just like banging around. And this was their last night, right? So they had a really, really early flight in the morning. They hadn't packed or anything, and that's their prerogative. But when you're sharing space with somebody, like it's just kind of respect that you need to like be a little quieter and not make so much noise. And they were just like banging on things and just being so loud. And I was just like, okay, I'm just ignore it because what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? They're paying to stay here, so and I was like, they're gonna leave soon, so whatever. One girl decides to take a shower. The way the apartment was set up, my head, where the living room is, it's like right off the bathroom. So it's like pretty much they're in my ear right now with the shower, and it's like a loud shower, and they took these long ass showers. And I was like, okay, if they just take a 5-minute shower, fine. But it was like 20 minutes and it was just loud. I can hear everything. And like I said, it's an old building, so it was just loud, okay? It was just loud, and I was just like, oh my God. But okay, whatever, like you're still paying to stay here, so fine, I'm not gonna say anything. So then the other girl gets in the shower, and then she takes a 20-minute shower. And I'm just like, Lord have mercy, like, can y'all just wait until the morning? Like, can you wait until, like, why are you taking a shower right now? So anyways, it's fine, whatever. Oh my God. So then, now it's maybe 12:40 in the morning, almost 1 o'clock. I have to work in the morning, and they wake me up to ask me how to use the washer. They're leaving at like 5 in the morning to catch a 6 a.m. flight. So I'm just like, why do you need to wash clothes now? Like, and because in Spain, not many people have dryers. There was nowhere to dry these clothes. So I was just like, I told them, and I was just like, this is how you use the washer, which is a very basic washer. It was a very eco washer, very eco, and old, but it was a very basic washer. And I was like, okay, this is how you use the washer, but there's no dryer, and your clothes are not going to be dry in a few hours when you need to go to the airport, like, just so you know, like, there's no dryer. And they're just like, oh, hee hee ha, okay, like, whatever. And I was just like, okay, I guess they understand, whatever. I went back to bed, and I hear the washer going. And like I said, it's all one space, tiny little space, and now the washer's going at 12:40 in the morning. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me right now. So I go over to the washer, and I notice that all she had in the washer was a couple of things of underwear and bra, and that was it. It was completely empty, and she was washing her clothes at 12:40 in the morning on a Sunday, and she leaves literally in like 3 hours. And I was just like, what is going on? So then I approached them, and I was just like, the washer's empty. You didn't put anything in it. You just put your bra and underwear. That's a lot of water just for, it takes like an hour for my washer because it's like an old washer, like this old eco-friendly washer. And they're just like, ha, like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what they were saying. Okay, like it was too late then. So I was like, whatever, I'm going back to sleep. But of course, no one can sleep now because the washer is so loud. And I'm just like, oh my God. An hour later, now it's probably 1:40 in the morning. The wash finishes. Okay, cool, fine. And then homegirl goes into the bathroom now and starts blow drying her underwear and bras in the bathroom. Blow drying, like, I was like, You've got to be kidding me. What are you doing? So I was just like, it is like 2 in the morning now. And at this point, I'm like super irritated because I'm just like, first of all, why are you washing your underwear and your bras right now? Right now. Like, can you just go commando? Can you go to the store and just buy a pair so you can get through your flight? Especially when they leave in like 3 to 4 hours. And I was like, why didn't you just wait until you get back home to wash your clothes all together? It's like, now you're gonna be wearing wet underwear in the airport because it's not gonna dry in time. And the other stuff that they washed, water is heavy, so now your bags are gonna be even heavier than if you would have just left it. Spain to Korea is at least a 12-hour flight. So if it's gonna smell really bad by the time they get to Korea. So I was just like, this makes no sense to like anybody. Like, what? And if you're at a hostel, it's like, fine, maybe, but I'm like, do you realize we're sharing the space and it's 2 in the morning and you're blow drying your underwear in the bathroom right next to my head? Who does that? I go to the bathroom and I was just like, I need to go to bed. Like, I have to work in the morning. Like, can you just, I don't know. Like, can you, like, you decided to wash your clothes at freaking 1 in the morning and you have to leave at 4 to get your flight. Like, can you just figure out something else to do? And I said it very nicely though. While I was talking to homegirl number 2 puts in her clothes in the washer separately. So now, one homegirl is blow drying her clothes in the bathroom and the other homegirl just put another load. So I'm just like, oh my God, you've gotta be kidding me. So I go over there to be like, what the hell, man? Once again, some panties and some bras. That's it, it's completely empty. So now I'm just like, why didn't you wash it with your friends who just finished her load? And they're just like, like, the same thing, just like giggly all the time and just like not really like, so I'm just like, do they not understand what I'm saying? Or are they just like, oh, whatever, like it's fine. I don't know. At the time I was like, these girls just seem really, really young and just no common sense. But now I'm like, maybe their English wasn't that great. But I think even with the body language, I was just like, I don't know. I think they could probably figured it out. But once again, the load already started. It's too late. It's too late now. You know what? This is gonna be over soon. So I just get back in bed. Once again, another hour. So now it's probably like almost close to 3 now. And homegirl number 2 goes into the bathroom and starts blow drying her freaking underwear in the bathroom. And by the way, my bathroom, there wasn't like a proper door. It's like one of those sliding doors so you can hear everything. And I was just like, this is a joke, man. And I'm like, it's 3 in the freaking morning. And looking back in Korea, it probably was daytime, so they probably weren't tired, but it's just like, you're sharing the space with somebody and you're being so inconsiderate. Oh my God. I went into the bathroom again and I was like, I have to sleep. Like, I need you to stop blow drying your clothes in the bathroom. Because you know how long that takes with a blow dryer? Like, I was just like, and I'm like, why didn't you guys just wash it in the sink? Like, nothing made sense to me. Nothing made sense to me. I was just like, why didn't you wash it in the sink? If you're gonna put on a load, why didn't you share it? Like, why are you leaving in 3 hours? Can it wait? Like, oh my God. So then they go to sleep finally. And it seems like an hour later, they get up, turn on all the lights, and they're making so much noise, and they get into the shower again. And they wake me up to ask me for a towel, another towel. And I was just like, you just took a shower 3 hours ago. What has happened since you went to bed to now that you're so dirty that you can't wait until you're at home on a 12-hour flight, like, to shower? So I was just like this is like now, maybe like 3:30 in the morning, 3:30, 3:45. And I was just like, I was like, no, I'm not giving you another towel. Like, you showered 3 hours ago. And I was just like, can you not shower? Like I have to sleep and you keep, you're waking me up with like a towel. And I've already told you, like, I don't have any more towels. It's just, I just was like, these girls are just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. So whatever, they don't listen to me. They go take a shower. Once again, another 20-minute shower. The one girl comes out, another girl gets in, gets another shower. And I was just like, this is never ending. Like, it just seemed like they were just trying to just frustrate me. So whatever, I finally hear them like grabbing their bags and going out. So I was like, thank God. And I don't know what they're doing with the door, but they're just like not figuring out how to shut the door. I don't know. So they come back in, they wake me up again, and they're like, I don't know how to lock the door. And I'm just like, do you not see me here? Like, you can just go. Like, what? I'm just like, it's fine, just go to the airport. Yeah, I was just like, at that point, I was just like, I'm gonna strangle you guys if you wake me up. Like, what? Like, just leave. Just leave. So anyways, I didn't yell at them, by the way. Did not yell at them. I was just like, you can go, it's okay, like, you can just leave. So I go over to Airbnb now to leave them a review, and I was gonna leave them an okay review, not the best, not the worst, an okay review. You can't see what the other person has reviewed you until you reviewed them. So they left me a horrible review talking about how I didn't have any food, I didn't have towels, it's not hygienic, I'm running this Airbnb and I don't have like amenities for travelers. Oh my God, did I just let you use my washer and didn't sleep for this? Like, for you to leave a horrible review? Because I thought maybe they would leave me like 3 stars, but no, they left me like a full 1-star review. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Wow. It was just like not good. I was so upset after that. Like, wow, I try to be like a good host to you and everything, and I try to do everything right, and you leave me a 1 star. Great. So yeah, that actually wasn't my worst Airbnb guests. I've had worse with these Italian guys. One day I'll tell you guys about that if anybody wants to know. It was really funny, but not funny, but kind of funny. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you've ever had a bad Airbnb experience or guest, please let us know in the comments. I would love to hear them, and I do read all the comments, just so you know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.